Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be bringing you my summer foundation routine. This is the foundation routine that I have been absolutely loving. I have been wearing almost every single day. I feel like this is so long lasting. It really withstands the heat while also staying very, very comfortable on the skin. This foundation routine really just has that beautiful, like perfect, natural to satin finish that you guys know that I love. I don't like my foundation to be overly matte, even though in the summer I do tend to apply just a little more powder than I do in the winter, just to keep everything in place and to withstand the heat and to make it even more long lasting. So today, I'm sure you guys can tell, this is my first time filming with my new background. I am so excited for this and I hope that you guys like it. So if I need to adjust the lighting or anything in the background, I will definitely be doing that in the future, but I think the video is okay for now. By the time you guys are seeing this video, my vanity transformation and how all of this came to be should already be up on my channel. So I will definitely have it in a card right here, as well as linked down below if you guys want to go check it out. But I really hope that you guys enjoy seeing my foundation routine. It's been about a year since I've done the last one. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's just go ahead and get on into it. So I just went in and zoomed in my camera. Again, I hope everything looks okay to you guys. Like I said, this is my first time filming in this setup, so definitely I'm going to kind of learn as I go along with this. But right now I'm just gonna go ahead and clip back my hair, just because I'm sure you guys can tell I'm already sweating and I kind of just want my hair back out of my face. I'm already seeing that this particular palette right here might be a little bit too reflective for the purpose of being in my background, but definitely let me know if you guys have any other feedback. Let's stop rambling and let's get into the foundation routine. I'm sure you guys already know step one for me is going to be spraying my face. Right now, my current spray of choice is the MAC Fix Plus, and this one is the Cherry Blossom scent, or any Fix Plus in general. This is just the most recent one that I purchased and one that I like a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz this on my face. If you guys were looking into the MAC Prep and Prime in the Cherry Blossom scent, I definitely recommend it. It smells really, really nice. I would say that the best way I could describe this is like a toned down rose. So if you guys like rose scents or like a soft floral scent, this definitely would be very similar, and I just love this. I do have sensitive skin when it comes to fragrances and products, but this doesn't bother me at all. So definitely a really great product. I love how it feels and smells. It's really awesome for the summer. Recently for my primer, I've been loving the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I know that this primer is very popular here in the beauty and makeup community, and I have been loving it. I kept saying that I was gonna do a review on it, but I never got the time to, just because I've been working on my vanity and moving back home from school and stuff like that, and now I feel like a review wouldn't be super relevant. But I am going to use this on my face today. I do use a decent amount of this. I know a lot of people don't use a lot, but I like to coat my finger, I would say maybe like that. I don't know if you guys can see, and kind of just spread this evenly around my face, but I do like to focus it more on the inner parts around my nose and around my pores. This primer is really unique to me, and definitely I would say one of the best that I've tried in a while, just because I feel like it does have that creamy, hydrating consistency. I don't know if you guys can see, my skin does look pretty hydrated right now. It does feel like I am applying like a thick moisturizer, but at the same time it does also have that putty factor to it, so it does really smooth out the skin. I feel like as soon as I go like that with some of the products, my skin looks instantly smooth, which I love. So this has been great for me. Another drugstore gem. Definitely recommend getting your hands on this one if you guys can. So now moving on to the foundation combo, which to me is absolutely heavenly. I've been loving this foundation combo. Actually, a few of you have reached out to me via DMs or my YouTube comments and told me that you really love this foundation combo and that you didn't like one of the foundations, but mixing it with the other one really amped it up, and it's just the most beautiful combination of foundation. So let me just tell you guys what it is. I've been absolutely loving the L'Oreal Superstay foundation. I wear mine in the shade 118 light beige, and I love mixing that with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation in the shade 420 true beige. beige. This combination just gives the most beautiful finish on the skin. If you guys are familiar with both of these foundations, when it comes to the Maybelline one, this one is very, very full coverage. It's going to give you a very matte look. I definitely wouldn't ever say it looked cakey, but this one could definitely sometimes look like you had a little bit of foundation on, and it did have overall just more of a matte finish, but I love the coverage on this one. And then when it came to the Fresh Wear foundation, I would say this one was always a little bit more luminous, a little bit more natural and fresh looking on the skin, just like the name says. But another reason why I love mixing it with the Superstay is that this has SPF 25, and one of my main goals this summer is to really get into using SPF on my face. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really have never worn a lot of SPF on my face. It's not something that I wear daily, and it's something that I really want to incorporate into my daily makeup routine, my morning moisturizer or skincare. So this does have SPF 25, so I really like to wear this every day, especially if I know I'm going to be out in the sun, or just outside for a long time in general. But overall, the coverage, the finish, the color that I get when I mix these two together is so beautiful. And like I said, a lot of you guys have reached out to me and told me that you like the combination as well, which makes me really happy. So I'm just gonna go in and apply this. My favorite foundation brush is the Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki. I find that it really distributes the foundation nicely while also leaving the product really full coverage on the skin. So that's what I'm gonna be using today. I'm sure you guys know, but I am a Sigma affiliate. If you guys wanted to get your hands on this brush or any other Sigma brush, you could use the code JackieAnn for 10% off. Definitely no pressure. I just want to mention it to you guys if you guys want to save some money. It is an affiliate code, as well as my link is affiliate. So if you shop through my link or use my code, I will get a commission from your purchase, but definitely no pressure. You guys do not have to shop through my link or use my code. I just wanted to mention it if you guys want to save some money. So I would say when it comes to this foundation mixture, I like to use equal parts of both. So I would say a pump of each is typically what I do. I find that that works best for my face, but definitely adjust it to your face size or your face shape, how much coverage you want. And then also, if you guys want a more luminous finish, I would put more of the Fresh Wear. And if you want more of a matte finish, put more of the Superstay foundation. These two colors pretty much almost match each other identically. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm just going to mix that up on the back of my hand. That might actually be a little bit much, but we're gonna go ahead and make it work. I don't want to waste it. So now I'm gonna go in and actually blend it in with the brush. My favorite way to apply my foundation is in patting motions. I find that when using patting motions, it really eliminates any brush strokes or brush lines, and it maintains the highest amount of coverage possible because you're not really moving the foundation around the skin too much. You're kind of just pressing it in the spot that you want it to be. Of course, always drag the foundation down the neck to avoid any foundation lines, and I do always like to just put like a little bit on my ears, just because I feel like my ears could pull a little bit more reddish pink than my face can. And then with whatever product is left over on my hand, I just like to take it and pat it over my more problem areas, which to me would definitely be my outer cheeks. I have some scarring there, so I just like to take any leftover product and put a little bit extra there. So now that my foundation is on, I'm gonna be moving on to one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine, which is concealer. For some reason, over the past year or so, I've become such a concealer junkie. I don't know what it is, I've just been loving concealer. I feel like it really brings the look together. As you guys can see, even though I have a nice base, right under my eyes is still darker. It needs to be concealed, it needs to be brightened, and I just love concealers. I was just reorganizing my makeup drawers the other day, and I have so many concealers. I'll show you guys. I didn't even know that I had this many concealers. Okay, so just so you guys get a feel of how much of a concealer junkie I am. I don't know if you guys can even see properly. This is my bin of concealers. It's definitely out of hand. I counted them the other day, and I believe there's about 20 in here, including the 2 that I'm gonna show you guys. So that's a lot of concealer. I love trying new concealers, collecting new concealers, and I'm definitely gonna make it a point to use a lot more of these on my channel. So that's a sneak peek at my concealer collection, but of course a full makeup collection and storage will be coming soon here on my channel. channel. My favorite concealer of all time is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This concealer is incredible. I've been using this for months and I just absolutely love it. To me, there is nothing better than this, but I do find this particular shade, which is the shade Vanilla, isn't totally dark on me, but it kind of just matches the foundation that I put on. And I do like a little bit more of a bright look. So another concealer that I love is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, or is this the Instant Retouch Concealer? I wear mine in the shade 185, and this specific shade is a little bit brightening on me. So I feel like mixing these two together is like my perfect concealer combo. So I'm gonna start off with the Too Faced concealer. So I'm just going to go in and apply it right in the inner corner here. And I do like to drag it down my nose and also a little bit out up there, just to give my eyeshadow a little shape and also to give my face a slight lift. And again, just the same exact thing on this side. So as you guys can see, it's definitely not dark on me, I would say, but it's definitely not as brightening as I typically like my concealer. So then that is where the Instant Retouch Concealer comes in, again in 185. And as you guys can see, this is definitely a bit lighter. And I like to apply this towards the outer portion of my under eye, I guess you could say, and kind of make this more as like a highlighter going up towards my cheekbones as well. And then also I like to mix the two concealers going down the center of my nose and on my chin. I used to highlight my forehead, but I feel like I don't want to bring any more attention to my forehead, so I stopped highlighting the middle of my forehead there. And to blend that all out, of course, I'm taking my absolute favorite face sponge ever. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Face Sponge. This is so much better than the Beauty Blender. I don't know why Beauty Blenders out here saying that they are better than the rest, that everyone else is just copying them, because this sponge is better than the Beauty Blender. And I think Beauty Blender just needs to calm down a little bit, because there are so many more affordable sponges that to me are so much better. So I'm gonna use this underneath my eyes as well as on the rest of the concealer to blend all of this out. And of course, to make sure everything is all nice and set into place, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 10 Light. This is literally like the only powder that I've been using for the past, I want to say close to 2 years now. I tried this for the first time in June or July of 2017, and this has been like my saving grace of a powder. It is so beyond affordable and it is so good. I put so many people in my life onto this powder, and to me it is just the absolute best. So I'm going to take this powder on a little rounded Morphe brush like this. I find that this just fits really nicely under my eyes and around like smaller crevices on my face, like around my nose and stuff like that. So I'm just going to really, again, press the powder into the skin. I find that I get the longest lasting makeup application when I press instead of swipe, and that also keeps all the other products in place. I find that for me, foundation wears off the quickest on my nose, so I really like to also make sure to almost do like a little bake on my nose and really press in that powder there, press it in around my brows, anywhere where I find the foundation or concealer wears off the quickest. I like to go in on this little brush and really just press it into the skin. And to powder the rest of my skin, I'm going to take the powder on a Sigma F20. This is a large powder brush, and just going to take about that much. That actually might be a little too much, and just kind of lightly pat this on the rest of my skin. I find that the outer perimeter of my face always tends to need just a little less powder than the center. Okay, so here are all the rest of the products on my face applied. I'll quickly walk you guys through what I used. I used my Anastasia bronzer in the shade Rosewood. For my blush, I initially went in with the Milani powder blush. This one is in the shade Romantic Rose, a really pretty pinky neutral, but I don't know, for some reason today I was feeling something a little bit more vibrant and bright, so I went in with the e.l.f. blush in the shade Twinkle Pink. This is a really nice formula, and I believe these are only like $3 or something like that. So a really, really great and affordable blush. To highlight my face, I went in with Ofra Rodeo Drive. Such a beautiful highlighter. You guys know this is one of my favorites. And then I also have this on my inner corner, but just to lighten it up on the inner corner, I went in with the Fenty Kilowatt Duo in Fire Crystal, which is the more vibrant, more metallic shade. So those are all of the face details. The last thing that we have left to do, of course, is actually spray the skin. Spraying the skin to me is one of the most essential steps after you put on all the layers and all the powders, because eventually when you put on so much stuff, there is the potential that it will start to get cakey. And I feel like putting a layer of spray will really melt all of those powders into the skin, and it almost makes all of the layers look like one. So this is so important to me, and it's one of my favorite parts of my routine. And before we finish up this video, I just quickly wanted to touch on why I use a spray like Fix Plus instead of a setting spray, something like the Too Faced Hangover Spray or the Urban Decay All Nighter. I just prefer a refreshing spray and a fixing spray more like Fix Plus. I feel like this is less harsh on the skin, and to me, I'd rather set my makeup down extra with powder than go ahead and apply something like this. A lot of the time, setting sprays like this do tend to have alcohol in it. This particular one is alcohol free, so if you guys are going to use a setting spray, I definitely would recommend something like the Too Faced Hangover one. But with that being said, if you guys use something like Urban Decay All Nighter, although this will make your makeup last, this does have alcohol in it. This will be drying on the skin, and if you are an avid user of alcohol-based setting sprays, this will be harmful to your skin in the long run. So if you guys do use a setting spray, make sure it is alcohol free. I don't think if you use All Nighter one night or 2 nights for a wedding or an event, it's going to hurt you. I feel like this really does lock the makeup in. When I apply something like the All Nighter, this tends to be very long lasting. It really grips my makeup in, but I also feel the alcohol kind of drying out the makeup a little bit. Whereas all in all, I just prefer the Prep and Prime one. This is really refreshing. Like I said, I personally would rather just put a little extra powder than wear an alcohol-based setting spray. But if you are gonna go for setting spray, go for alcohol free. Your skin will love you for it in the future, and it will be less dry. But again, nothing wrong with using All Nighter for like an event one night or something like that. Alright you guys, so that is going to complete this video. This is my summer foundation routine. I really hope that you guys enjoyed and found it helpful and found some pointers and tips on how to make your makeup look more long lasting and to me just achieve a really nice and flawless base. I've just been loving this foundation routine and all of these products. I also really love that a lot of these products are from the drugstore, so a lot of them are more on the affordable side and easy accessible side. Of course, I will have everything linked down below for you guys if you want to shop or if you just want to reference products or different shades and all of that good stuff. But like I said, I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this video and found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, I will be trying to upload a lot this summer now that I have my new setup. Definitely make sure to click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!